Okay, YouTube, this is the primer coat. I didn't really layer this one too much. I kind of just did one real thick coat just to cover it good. That's the green that I'm gonna use right there. Yeah, that's the primer. Okay, YouTube, this is the color coat. I sprayed that primer and I probably should have let that dry overnight. That I would suggest letting your primer dry overnight. I didn't, and it hasn't made any weird reactions or anything, but so I hit it with that primer, and then I waited a little bit, like half hour or whatever, and then I hit it with this green. I don't know how good it's gonna show up on this side. It's like the same color, but yeah. So yeah, I got the primer and the color on, and I'm gonna let this dry probably a day or two, and just kind of let it really just get dry, you know. And then maybe in a day or two I'm gonna once it's dry, I'm gonna come back and scuff it up with a Scotch-Brite pad, and that'll help the next layers of paint adhere better, because this is a gloss paint. But I like to get a color coat on before I start the Crackle process, where you have the wet paint and the Crackle at the same time, pretty much. I like to get a color coat on, because sometimes if you just do primer, let that dry, and then start your Crackle process, sometimes if you hit that when you hit the Crackle on the regular paint, it'll split the regular paint so much where you'll see your primer coming through. So that's why I like to have the color there. So if I didn't get enough in certain spots where the Crackle starts, it won't show the primer through. It'll just show the green, the same color, you know. So yeah, that's let me spin it around, look at the front, I guess. But yeah, I didn't get any weird reactions or anything. I would wait though. I'd prime it, let that dry overnight at least. I don't know why I should have waited, but sometimes you just get antsy and want to start painting crap. But yeah, so yeah, I got my color down and the primer on there, and I'm gonna let this dry for a couple days, and then I'm gonna scuff it up with just a regular Scotch-Brite pad, just to get the finish a little more matte, so that next paint process will adhere really good. And this was the paint I used. This Rust-Oleum engine enamel. Yeah, I've got good results with this stuff, so I'm gonna use this. It doesn't even look the same but that's okay. Yeah, so that's that part, and stay tuned for the next one. All right. Okay, boys, YouTube. So I did 3 coats. I did 3 coats with this, about 5 minutes apart. This is the next day too, after I painted the the undercoat. So I did 3 more of those, and then I just hit it with the Crackle, and it turned out really good. Yeah, this method I got down. I am fairly confident this works, because it is humid today too, and I did have to use this to get it to crack a little faster, but okay. So we'll do the big reveal here. All right, are you ready? Bam! Look at that. Look how big they are. It works. I've done this twice now, and that's the process. That's the ticket to get it looking cool. This back, pretty big and gnarly. See at the side, I haven't even looked at the side. Oh, that's a little small right there. I probably didn't get enough paint. The side looks okay. Nice and decent, big cracks. Let's flip it. Ooh, the inside got a little toasted. Ooh, right there. I should have got some more. Should got some more paint right there. That's okay though. That's in a little spot. That turned out cool right along there. Yeah, I dig this. This turned out pretty freaking gnarly. So yeah, we're gonna let this dry for like a week and just hang out by itself. I might even bring it inside to dry because I have a dehumidifier in the basement. But yeah, okay, so that's the end of that step. Have a good one. Bam. Okay, YouTube. So I did the Crackle paint on Sunday night, and it's Wednesday night. So I let it dry Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all day, 3 days. And then I just hit it with clear tonight. I did 4 coats of the 2K Spray Max clear coat. Yeah, and then it's really humid, so I had to spray them on quick, like 3 minutes apart maybe, and then I brought it back inside. And the clear coat was fogging up a bunch because it's so humid. But I brought it inside, and about an hour later, all the fogginess went away in the clear, so that's good. Yeah, so we're gonna let this sit. So that can is activated now. That's clear coaters, with the hardener. Yeah, you have to break it. So that's gonna go bad in a day or two. So I'm gonna, hopefully this gets really hard and dry. I'm gonna let it dry all day tomorrow, and maybe the next day, in the middle of the day, or that night. Hopefully it'll be dry enough to where I can come scuff this up with a Scotch-Brite pad, and then do another 4 coats or whatever's left in that can. So that's the next step. Now it is filled the voids and stuff a little bit, and but it might not be enough. We might still burn through if we just sanded this right off, or level sanded, I mean. So yeah, we're gonna scuff it up, do another 4 coats, and maybe then, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. You can't really tell until you start sanding it. But yeah, all that matte look on the Crackle paint, that goes away. Once you get the clear coat on there, all that matte look of the black Crackle paint, it'll turn to a high gloss when you get the clear coat on. So don't worry when you let it dry right after you do the Crackle. Because you're like, oh, it's like really dull looking and blah blah blah. It's like, no, it doesn't matter, because once you do the clear, it's gonna like bring it back. Another thing that I wanted to talk about in the last video section, I said, see where it's real fine right there? I said in the last section that was because I didn't get enough green right there. But I don't that wasn't the case. This smallness is for me not getting enough crackle paint right there. Because I definitely had 4 coats of green paint there. So there was enough green. I just didn't get enough crackle paint on that section. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, like you gotta go heavy with the crackle paint. You have to. It's gonna feel weird spraying that much, but you gotta do it to get them big. But yeah, that's 1 coat of clear, or 4 coats of clear. I mean, the first stage of clear. I mean, and that just makes it pop. It brings it back from that dull matte looking look to it. But I don't know if you can try and see if I can see right there. It's not gonna be level the first couple little bits, you know. It's all those ridges are still in there. You can see it in the light. I mean, and you could leave this. You could leave this. It's not bad. It's not bad, and this is a good finish that's gonna last. And you could just leave it like this, but if you want it to look like smooth texture, you gotta do more coats of clear. But yeah, that turned out pretty good. So yeah, stay tuned for the next section. All right.